Hello, welcome. Today we have a VOD review on Ilios. Looks like we got a Tracer player, Diamondish level match. All right, let's get into it. Pharmacy, Genji. Ooh, triple DPS with the Winston. I'm a huge fan of this. This is like a really hyper-aggressive comp because I feel like Genji, Pharah, and Tracer, they're in my opinion, they're probably the three highest in terms of like DPS characters. They're probably the ones with the highest pressure, meaning that they can create a lot of space for themselves and for their teammates. So whereas you have someone like maybe like McCree and Soldiers, right? Like their job is to kind of just like, well, they have like two jobs. One is to like kind of help protect their backline, but then also to kind of like either be behind Rhine shields and shoot, or to be flanking on the sides. But they're not really mobile. So we have characters like this that are so mobile, just because of that mobility. They create so much space and therefore a lot of pressure. Not to mention they just have good damage, right? Yeah, cool. So now let's talk about Winston. Winston probably has the toughest role here because he's gonna have to kind of take care of himself, as are the rest of the DPS. But Winston's probably gonna have to rely on less heals than he's used to, and less support in general, like no diva matrixes, no bubbles. So he's gonna have to do a really good job of creating space while staying alive. So he'll probably have to play a little bit less aggressive than he normally does, and the three DPS players will have to probably play more aggressive than they normally do. But again, everyone's gonna have to do a really good job of not taking too much damage because you're missing that off tank. Okay.
Fight, bruh! Here comes T-Racer! Oh, I'm loving this comp, dude.
Look at this team. We're gonna do great.
Cool. I like this flanking route. This Tracer's looking for a flank on the right side. This is great. She needs to keep going that way. Yes, go this way, this way, this way. Keep going, keep going. Okay, so she's found a Mei, so she can tango with her. Actually, Mei's really tricky to tango with as Tracer because she can one-shot you. Literally just one-shot you. So, good, you're respecting the Mei and the Roadhog. I like that. So I want to highlight that Tracer was looking for a flank on the right side, which is awesome. But then their team did a really good job of contesting that flank and ensuring that that no Genji or Tracer could very easily get that space. So I really want to commend Mei and Roadhog for going that way and holding that side to make sure that it wasn't just taken so easily. So this is actually pretty high level play already in terms of strategy. Both teams are doing a good job of doing what they're supposed to. Tracer went for the flank. The other team denied it really well with Mei and Roadhog, and then Tracer respected that and went back. So already this is really smart decision making on both teams. So this is great. I love it. Cool. So now you're just dancing. You're dancing. Unfortunately, okay, you're 5 for 5. Press. You need to keep pressing. Looks like you messed up a blink there. That's okay.
Really low.
Nice.
Andy, I need help, bad. Oh, okay.
Cool. So right now you're just kind of in damage mode. Anybody who's low, anybody who's a healer, anybody who's close to you, you want to attack. Yes.
No.
You need to finish off this Zenyatta. He's 100% your priority. Good. Oh, I don't know about that pulse bomb. Oh, just kidding. You got Mei. Did Mei? Oh my god, I need to see that again. I would have liked for you to try to get that pulse bomb onto Lucio specifically, but he still died to it, and then Mei got out of her ice block too early. So right off the bat, I just want to commend both teams. I feel like I've been doing a lot of VODs today. Anything from like from gold to master and slightly GM. And this is probably the first. Actually, no, there was. Oh, sorry. There was one master game that was like pretty high level and players were playing really well. But this game, I feel like both teams are doing a really good job strategically. So I just feel like this is a diamond level match. But if I were to guess, if I didn't know that, I would guess this was like maybe like masters level at least. So cool. Oh, I'm sorry.
Where's that Mercy at?
Wait a minute. Is this the second? Oh, wow. This is the second round. Nobody's got the point yet. Okay. Cool. So good. So you're still on this right side flank. So I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, did your team make the call to back off? I don't think so. I think you. So Tracer made a big mistake here by backing off before her team was ready to give up the point.
Die together.
Fuck.
So as Tracer, I don't want you to be focusing so much on the Mei. There's way better targets to be going for. Namely Zen, 100% Zen. And then after that, I forget who else they have. They have actually, I forget the rest of the comp. Let's see. Scoreboard. Show me the scoreboard. So just a piece of advice. I'd like this player to be using scoreboard more often. That helps the player. That helps you to know what ultimates are up. And if the enemy makes any critical hero changes. But it also helps in VOD review. So I'll be able to help you out more if you use scoreboard more. So you're down a man. So it's 5v6. So you're just going to wait. I would like for this Tracer to use this downtime to flank, and she's already doing it, so I love it. So I would like for her to be trying to get into this position, like to get deep behind enemy lines. Also, I think right here, she could have just blinked to this ledge here. Right? She could have just blinked here, so that would be great too. Okay, you gotta respect the hog. To be honest, I would like for you to just use 2 or 3 blinks and just get the hell away from him and go forward like we talked about earlier. Just literally just make a break for it and go here. So he's zoning you off, that's good. But again, you could have really just gotten behind them. Oh, he's blocking you. Oh, he messed it up.
This Genji.
Nice, good juking though.
Bro, she really just
Where is this male?
That Mei is pretty good. I have to commend this Mei.
I don't know.
Oh, she is not bad. That's a good Mei player right there.
Fuck, is she dodging my shit?
Okay, so you're coming back to the point.
I'm more concerned with the Genji.
I'm Alton.
It's not a bad pulse bomb. I like the idea. So I want to highlight what I was talking about earlier about flanking more. So you're having to use a lot of your cooldowns in order to get into position. But what a better player is going to do is he's going to, like we said earlier, he's going to take the time to get behind his opponents. Maybe he uses 1 or 2 blinks. If he has to use more, then he just waits for his cooldowns to come back up. And then when he starts fighting, then he has cooldowns to work with. Right now what you're doing is you're using a lot of cooldowns to get into position, and that's basically a crutch. Like, that's not how you want to be doing it because you need those cooldowns to fight. So is this match over? Or this round, rather? Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Did you get rezzed or something? Oh, you must have gotten rezzed. Okay. Let's see. Good. You see the Zenyatta? You're going for him?
I got the double sub.
Good,
boys.
good,
We
good,
better
good.
win.
So down.
Is that a Lucio?
I booped Lucio. Focus.
Yeah, I think you gotta go for that Lucio. I think he's in the well. Okay. So far, I'm not... I'm actually pretty happy with your gameplay. It's not that bad. I think that, and this is the advice I give to most Genji and Tracers, you gotta be flanking, you gotta be flanking. That'll elevate your gameplay a ton. So that's easily your #1 problem right now. Your teammates are, your opponents are very good. And, sometimes it happens in a match where a team just really has such high synergy and they play really well together. And then sometimes you get teammates where that's the case, or you just have no synergy. You guys just all suck together, and that happens. So nothing to worry about. But so far, I'm pretty happy with your gameplay. Let's keep watching.
Here.
Oh,
Too
that
far
Mei, man,
forward
she
to
is
go on.
really causing havoc.
Oh my
You gotta go for the Zen. Gotta go for the Zen. He's your primary target.
We have numbers on them.
Don't be. Oh, you're being way too greedy with your recall right there. Way, way, way too greedy. And I need you to prioritize Zen more.
So down.
And again, flank more. Take the time to take. And like right now, you have downtime. So right now, you could use your mobility to get behind your opponents. It's gonna require that you are smart about it and it's going to probably require all 3 blinks to get way towards their spawn. And then when your team is ready, then you guys start fighting together at the same time. And that's the key word, at the same time, or rather the key phrase. You have to go at the same time. Once you master that, you're going to just play at a way higher level. And again, I don't really like you 1v1ing. I don't like that pulse bomb. She was almost dead. I don't like you 1v1ing Mei very much. She's pretty dangerous to 1v1 as Tracer at any distance, because at a close distance, she can, well, a Mei's probably not going to try to left-click you. She's probably going to try to right-click you because she knows how mobile you are. And, again, at any distance, she can land that icicle and you will die. If it's a headshot. Yeah. All right. Cool. Wait for the Ana, wait for the Ana. Okay, I would have liked for you to wait a little bit longer for the Ana grenade or a left click. You kind of botched that, it looked like. Quality's not so great, so I can't quite tell.
Who's not having a good game here?
Oh, that's funny. Don't be greedy with your recall. Good. That's an okay pulse bomb. You were a little bit slow to I think, to recognize it. So, like, right here. Okay, you use recall. Right here. Oh, darn it. Try that again. Boom, right there. You burn pulse bomb, and then you use 2 blinks forward. Maybe just 1. Actually, probably just 1. So you got the order wrong there. So you wanted to pulse bomb, then go use your blink to go forward. Good. Oh, you're Winston. Oh, good pickup. A little bit lucky there, if I'm being honest, but still good on your part. Okay, so if I was the Zenyatta player, I would be so happy because I would just be wrecking everyone because of how much space my team would be creating for me. Like this Mei, this McCree, they're all doing a good job of creating pressure and protecting that Zen. So again, as you're playing Tracer, it's your job to be getting behind your opponents. That's going to give you the best way to really focus on this Zenyatta. And while we're on the subject of Zenyatta, you need to be prioritizing him a little bit more. You're a little bit too quick when you're attacking him to like switch to a different target when he goes like around a corner. Don't be afraid to chase him. But again, sometimes you can't chase him because you have that problem where you're using your cooldowns to get into position and you don't have it for the fight. So these issues are kind of compounded by you not flanking. So I think I've seen enough of your video to wrap up my commentary. Number one thing, flank. Position yourself better. That is going to elevate your gameplay. I've seen other players improve drastically just based on that alone. And your tracking seems like it's pretty good. So I think you're more than good enough to be like a Masters player. Maybe even higher. You've been a little bit greedy with your recall, I think once or twice. Your blink usage is pretty good while you're fighting. You just don't have enough left over to win some of these fights. And again, that's because of your flanking problem, where you're not doing it enough. Pulse bomb usage is pretty good. You're not too liberal. You're not too conservative. Fighting, you're a pretty good team fighter. Decision making is pretty good. You do a pretty good job of respecting your opponents. And actually, I want to highlight that a bit more. Your positioning might be, not so great. In fact, I'd probably say it's just bad. But your spacing is pretty good. Like, you're really good about picking the proper distance to fight against your opponents. Maybe you have the wrong angle because, again, you're not positioning properly, but the distance that you're choosing to be relative to your opponents and your teammates is pretty damn good. So I want to highlight that. And again, you're really good about respecting your opponents, like flashbangs, hooks, things like that. So yeah, really, I feel like you're a really good player, but it's coming down to these positional errors. And once you do that, I guarantee you that's going to elevate the rest of your gameplay just a ton. So work on that. Okay, great. I hope this video was helpful. I don't think I have anything else to say. All right. Good luck, my friends.